So we'll keep discussing our concept of elasticity. Today we'll be talking about cross price elasticity of demand. Now we talked about income elasticity, we talked about price elasticity. What is cross price elasticity? So what cross price elasticity is trying to measure is that how much the quantity demanded of one good respond to a change in the price of the another good. So let's say two goods, say Apple iPhones and Android or Samsung Android phones. They're pretty close products, though some people are super fan of Android or some people are super fan of iOS. But some people may not care. They just look at the hardware, and they are both are expensive phones. Often question is asked, if Samsung raises the price of their high-end Samsung phones, what will happen to quantity demanded for Apple's iPhones? And as you can imagine, since they are closely substitute products, as the price of the Samsung phone increases, that means many people who were the buyer of Samsung phone and who are indifferent between Samsung and Apple iPhone, they might move to iPhone because those will be relatively cheaper. So often we calculate all these measures using something called the cross price elasticity of demand, which is percentage change in the demand of the first good divided by the percentage change in the price of the second good. Now cross price, so elasticity can be greater than 0 or cross price elasticity can be less than 0. If it is greater than 0, that means as price of the second good increases, quantity demanded of the other good increases. On the other hand, if it's less than 0, if the price of the one good decreases, which essentially means that the quantity demanded of the other good increases. And it has implications. So how to interpret this? If a good is substitute, then it typically goods which typically used in place of another, they have a positive cross price elasticity. For example, as I said, if the price of the Samsung phone increases, quantity demanded of the iPhone will increase. On the other hand, they are complements. If they have a cross price elasticity of negative, think about things like bread and butter. People tend to have it together. If price of the butter is increasing, people might consume less of bread because they will not have enough money to buy bread if they buy butter. So as price of the butter increases, quantity demand or demand for bread might decrease. So there's a negative relationship between price of the butter and demand for bread because they are complements. Same is, you can say, cross price complements can be milk and sugar, because people tend to have milk and sugar together. If the price of sugar increasing, then the demand for milk might decrease. On the other hand, if you are comparing tea with coffee, they are substitutes. If the price of coffee is going up, people will not mind to move to tea, so demand for tea might increase. So for substitutes, you have cross price elasticity of greater than 0, positive, and for complements, cross price elasticity is negative, which is minus.